Hi everyone, it's Debbie May and welcome to Soaping and Slippers. I've brought you to my home and today I have Abby with me who's from our marketing department, and I've decided that we're just going to start to introduce some new faces. You've seen Allison, Sharon Johnson, and now Abby. So go ahead and pick up a glass of water or wine or beer and let's just relax. We have our pajamas on. I have to tell you the truth. We're barefoot. Well, you wear socks because you're younger. And we're just going to kick back for probably maybe half hour, 45 minutes, and hopefully teach you guys something new. So while we're waiting and letting people come, join in, make sure you like our Facebook page. Make sure you share us so we can get more soapy love, and let's see, we'll just chat.
Yeah.
Abby, are you from Cleveland?
I am. My parents actually live right down the road. So
in my neighborhood?
No, not in your neighborhood, but in Kings Forest.
Oh,
yeah.
So if you're a bad girl, I can go tell your mom.
Yes, you can. I'm sure she's there.
Very good. And Abby, you've been with us a year now?
Yeah.
With the marketing team?
Yeah, I just had my year anniversary last month.
Happy anniversary. So Abby came to us from, am I allowed to say?
Yeah.
Things Remembered. She worked on the social media team, and she does a lot of the social media. She's one of the admins on Soap Makers Plus, and she's one of 5 that come up with the recipes in Handmade magazine and help do troubleshooting. So when you guys write in and say, help, my soap did this, or the recipe did this, these are the 5 people that kind of jump right on board. And I also have to make a confession. We're off a little bit to the side because Abby's a little taller than I am. And my beautiful chandelier that you guys all liked, it like hits her right in the forehead. So sorry for the odd angle, but not so sorry. So let's see. So hopefully you grabbed your water, gabbed with your friends, all that. Make sure you like us. Jackie's on the computer typing answers. Maddie's back there. Sue's back there. Amorous today is on camera. Thank you for leaving your little one to play with us tonight. Thanks, Skip. Okay, so we're going to do 3 face cleaners today. Mm-hmm. And when they came to me with 3 different recipes, I kind of said, well, I only use one. And I learned that there's a lot of new trends that started in Europe, I was reading.
Yeah.
So we're going to start first with, which one did you guys come up with?
The Micellar Water, which I actually use personally, and I love it.
So the idea behind Micellar, which the way I remember it is my wine cellar, so my cellar, tell me what the idea is.
So it's like a water, it feels kind of like water. It's totally clear. It's a makeup remover. It also can cleanse your face without the additional water. So like normally you'd like pump hand soap into your hand and then get it all foamy and then use your face. You can actually just pour this on a cotton ball and it takes all of your makeup and
do you have to wash it off then, or you can just leave it? Very nice.
It just stays and it feels really soft and clean, and it's a great product.
So one of the concepts, is there oil in this or not oil?
There is oil.
Okay, so one of the concepts that I was reading when I was reading about where it came from is that oil dissolves in oil. So the idea is if you create a face wash that has oil along with some solubilizers, it will grab that oil versus soap, which can dissolve it and grabs it chemically, through the molecules, even though it's all natural soap, and washes it off. And that's why you have to rinse your soap. This you don't have to because it's oil grabbing oil, and that's how you get clean.
Yeah.
Okay, so what do we do?
Okay, so a lot of this recipe is actually water. So we already have our 20 ounces of distilled water. So we have this here, and we're going to add all of the oils and preservative and all of that fun stuff to this. So we're actually going to use that little beaker.
How much water did we start with?
20.65 ounces of distilled water.
And we actually hit the 0.65 on the scale. We got it going on.
Yeah, we've done this before.
Yes, and we heated it in the microwave.
Yep.
It's just distilled water for 2 minutes.
Yep.
Okay, great.
Yes, very easy start. So I'm going to be honest, I didn't actually do this recipe before either.
So the team pulled up with you what they do to me.
Yeah. So
here, you're making this.
Yes.
And you
I
have
don't know anything about this.
But that's good because people who get the recipe buy the ingredients. they don't get the pleasure of making it ahead of time, failing, and then you guys write me wanting your money back because it took 2 times to learn it. So this time, we'll teach you, and then you can buy the kit.
Exactly.
So anyway, okay, I'll read it to you.
Perfect.
I have to figure this out. What am I reading?
I think we're there.
Okay, use the plastic beaker to weigh the ingredients and add them to the warm water.
Yes.
Stir with a whisk until blended. So the first one is 0.32. Do you have the aloe vera extract?
Yes.
Perfect. 3.2 ounces of aloe vera extract.
So this is a 2.
Nice. There should be another one here. These little bottles are 2-ounce bottles, and they are great because you don't end up with a whole lot over. Exactly. If you think you're going to use them for multiple recipes, then buy the bigger 16-ounce bottle because it's more economical.
Yep. Oh, gosh.
You're good. Ooh-hoo! Right on the button. There you go. All right. And
you just dump it in. So we just pour this in.
Oh, that was kind of easy.
Yep.
Okay. And now we're going to do a 3.2 of chamomile water. I love this ingredient. You have 2 of them. I used this actually as a spray and something on my face, and I really liked it.
Oh, like a toning spray?
Yep, and I used it in a lotion. I added it to the water phase of the lotion, and I really liked how it felt.
Oh, I like that idea. All right. So.
You know what? Maybe next time I can get us short sleeve pajamas because it's getting a little warm in here.
Well, I mean, we underestimate.
Or maybe we're just hot.
Maybe. I think that's really good.
Yep. Ooh, another one right on the button. Good job. So this is a super simple recipe. So far, all the additives have been 3.2 ounces. Perfect. And then the Shea 50. I love the Shea 50. So Shea 50 is, you're going to do 3.2 ounces, are the fatty acids of shea, and they've been solubilized. So they go in really well with water-based products. It's a great way to get the benefits of shea butter into water-based products.
I always forget how thick this is.
It is thick, but
so thick.
Shea is solid, so.
Well, I know, so I don't know why I'm complaining.
You know what? I have heated it before to thin it out. We don't need to do it now, but.
Just make sure there's so many little bottles.
I know. 3.2.
Now I'm thankful that it's so thick.
I know. There you go. Woohoo! And then here, you might need, do you want this? Is this too big?
I think I can.
Yeah. There you go. Actually, that fits really nice in the beaker.
It does.
Somebody had once asked where we get these great silicone spatulas. We are actually, at Wholesale Supplies Plus, going to start carrying them. They're going to be branded Crafter's Choice. But I like them because the handle part has a wooden piece, yet it's all one. It's great for cold process soap making and all this kind of stuff. We're going to do 0.65 of lactic acid. And this is going to help adjust the pH.
Yeah. 0.6?
0.65. Now, if you're not an expert at pouring, I recommend doing a clean beaker for everyone. So that way, if you over pour, you can pour it back in your bottle. But you've clearly done this before.
Just a few times.
I know. You know, when we come up with a recipe, we don't just make it once and say, okay, it's good. We'll make it over and over and over and make sure that it's good for everyone. Okay, and then we're going to do 0.65 of Poly 80. Poly 80 is great because it's for when you want oil to go into water. Poly 20 is more for when you want water to go into oil. And since most of this is water, we're going to use the Poly 80.
This recipe really is so simple.
It is. It's crazy simple.
I know. I like this a lot.
You know, this would be a good add-on. Just like I'm really big into upselling, so you could do this with soap or lotion or other products.
Yeah, if you had a little bar of like face soap and said, this is a great toner to sell with this soap.
You know, that brings up a good point. This is a good toner as well as just a cleanser.
It is, yeah.
Nice. Okay, 0.32 of glycerin, and this is an added humectant.
Mm-hmm.
Let me know, you guys, if there's any questions. Hi, everyone. Louder.
Yes, I know.
We have to talk.
I know. My voice is so quiet. I'm not used to talking into a microphone.
Abby is the most shy introvert in the whole office.
Damn.
And that's why I picked you first.
Hey, I got my practice at the conference.
I know. Abby spoke, well, you assisted. Who'd you help? Not
You.
Allison. Oh, gosh. Abby was my assistant at Handmade Conference in front of 300 people.
Yes.
And when we did 6 different soaps in really 45 minutes,
We did. It was
I
a lot.
finally said, Abby, you do those and I'll do these.
I mean, it was a
lot
good
of
way to
fun.
do it.
It was fun. People liked it. Okay, and 0.15 of preservative. And in this case, we're doing the water-soluble preservative. And as you guys probably know from other videos that we've done and different newsletters we've put out, Ashland Chemical bought ISP, and ISP owned a lot of the preservatives that are used in the United States. And we received a cease and desist letter saying we can no longer use names like Optifen and Germaben and Germal. So we've renamed them and tried to make them as close to the type of product that you'd put them in.
Yeah.
So because this is a lot of water, we call this preservative water soluble.
Exactly.
I know, it's very, very high tech. I'm going to grab some paper towels. Not because I think you're going to spill.
Well,
I do think she's going to spill.
yeah. And full disclosure, I have spilled using these bottles before.
Okay, so that's it.
That's
do we
it.
heat it anymore or anything?
Nope. Now we
That-
just pour it into bottles.
And so these you picked these green bottles.
I actually think Sue, did you pick these green bottles?
They're very on trend right
Yeah.
now. These and the amber, I find, are all over.
Okay, so I want to use this pitcher because I will spill. And Sue's nodding at me to use this pitcher.
So this is the mix. It's just the funnel pitcher. And we use it a lot in cold process soap making and even some melt and pour soap making. Love it with lotion making. And the nice thing is, do you want me to do it?
I was going to say, you can.
Okay.
we can-
The
we
nice
can
thing
tag team it.
is that it has this great, okay, here's my old age. It has this great pouring spout, so it creates a nice stream. I get a lot of questions from people saying, I need a filling machine. Where can I get a filling machine? This is the cheapest filling machine you're going to find, and it's pretty nice. I'll have you take the caps off these.
Oh, yeah.
And it's just simple, and it's inexpensive. It works great for lotion. Love it for shower gel. It's really nice for swirling. I spilled a little there. It's really great for swirling cold processed soap. If you do it right over the bottle like this, any spills go right into the bottle.
It's really nice for, like if you're doing a tray mold, those
Yes.
big ones, because then you have a lot of control over where your soap goes. So I've actually used it for melt and pour soap. When I think with that Galaxy soap, it's really good.
Oh, because you had not splatters, but splatters of color kind of.
Yeah, so if you want to swirl your melt and pour soap, you can pour like over a spatula, and there's like a localized stream that kind of lets you get really cool designs in those big tray molds.
Nice. So you went to Handmade Conference. What did you like about the conference? Was this your first year or your second year?
No, I actually went last year too, and that was my first experience into the soap industry
Was
as
that
a
like
whole.
your day 2 of work?
I think I may have been there for 3 weeks. And there was actually a couple that came up to me and after Debbie's demonstration, and they were like, "Didn't you start 3 weeks before the first conference?" And I was like, "Yes." And they were like, "Look at you now. You're
Yeah,
on
look
stage."
at you on stage. We threw you to the wolves.
Yeah, so I learned so much in those talks. I mean,
Which one did you like best, and besides anything I did?
I loved Allison's talk on
Allison Vogt.
Yeah, when she was talking about the smooth and creamy lotion bar additive, because we don't think about it that way a lot of times.
So if you've not used this, we're not going to use it today, but if you've not used this Smooth and Creamy Lotion Bar additive, it's a additive that if you're making a product with shea butter, it helps prevent the graininess. But the really cool thing is she used it different.
Yeah.
How did she use it? It wasn't in a lotion.
I was going to say Sue knows.
She used it in a gel. She made a face gel with it. Are we going to maybe be able to get a similar recipe? On our website. Allison, we're not going to copy your recipe, but we're going to be inspired by it because that's what we do. So if you've been over to Wholesale Supplies Plus, you'll know that when you click on the Handmade 101 tab, there are now free label designs. And you did this beautiful, did you make these?
I actually think Jackie made those.
Jackie made these beautiful labels. So the best way to put a label on a bottle is not to start one way and go around. That's an excellent way to make it crooked. But you first line it up and you put the middle on and then you do the sides. Did you know that little trick?
I didn't actually. Now I do.
Well, when you've been around 20 years.
Now I know why all of my labels are always crooked when I put them on the products.
I like these labels. These are pretty. At first I was like, oh, they're so purple compared to the green. And then I was like, but I really like it because everything right now seems to be so minimalistic, like a line in your name.
Yeah.
And this has a beautiful flower on it.
Yeah, I like these a lot. Jackie did a great job.
So, do you guys have any questions yet? I know you're intently watching. I get a lot of emails after these that you guys put it on and stick us on almost like a podcast mode.
It's a great way to listen because you can listen to it and sometimes you can learn about a lot of new ingredients.
These are mine. You don't get to take these home.
Go for it.
All right. So I like that. And now the next face wash we're going to do, and we're doing different face washes because you have different markets. You may have a very natural market. You may have a very millennial market. So we wanted to bring you 3 different face washes that are popular in the market and with consumers right now, but hopefully would fit maybe your customer group. So let's see. We're going to have Amorous sneak over and do this one.
Thanks.
Okay. This one's my favorite.
I like this one a lot.
I have to tell you. Okay, the next one we're going to do is a white grapefruit face wash. Is this a kit? It is. So, in fact, this kit, yes, this is a kit right now at Wholesale Supplies Plus, and I just promoted it somewhere. I can't remember where.
An email?
It might have been on the email. Oh, the email. If you're on our email list yesterday, it was linked on there. I love this kit. It is amazing.
And it smells so good.
And it's really easy
again. It is. It's so easy.
Okay, so we're going to get started. And go ahead. So first we're going to do 32 ounces of the premium foamer bottle base. And these bottles, the one way you can tell if Wholesale Supplies Plus sells by fluid ounces or by weight is by on the bottle. If we sell by fluid ounces, such as our fragrance oils, it'll say FLOZ, fluid ounces.
Yeah.
The nice thing about this is it is by weight, so if you didn't have a scale, you could actually just dump it in, so you're going to be good.
And we get a lot of those questions about our fragrance oils all the time.
Yep. And the reason why we do by fluid ounce is because every fragrance oil has different ingredients, and those ingredients all have a different weight. So every fragrance oil has a different specific gravity. So if you want to know if your fragrance oil is going to be a little heavy or a little bit light, look at the SDS sheet. I think it's under section 9. You'll see specific gravity. If it's a 1, it's equal to water. If it's over 1, such as a 1.1, it's heavier than water, which means you're going to get more than 2 ounces. For the fluid. And if it's under, which usually means it has a lot of essential oils in it, like real essential oils, then it's going to be slightly under. It might be a 0.98 or something. So that's one easy way to find out. So, okay. I love this ingredient.
Well, and it uses that ingredient that we didn't know existed.
Yes.
Until someone brought it up.
Jojoba milk. Have you guys heard of it? It is amazing.
It is.
And it has great label appeal, and I love how it feels on the skin. So we're going to do 0.6 ounces.
All right. I love this stuff so much.
You going right in there? That's brave.
Well, yeah, I was going to.
Go ahead.
Oh, whoa. Whoa. It's
Is it solid?
no, it's a lot thicker than I remember it. So,
High quality.
yeah, exactly.
Here, let me get you.
Scissors are in that basket.
So one of the tricks we've learned over the years is if you have like a Shave 50 or scissors are here. I know they're here. They might be over on the table. Or there's a pair right there in the butcher block.
Yay.
So if you have a super thick liquid and you're going to use a dropper, one of the tricks is the dropper is narrow at the bottom, so it doesn't want to suck up the thick fluid. Up the thick fluid.
Yes.
So cut it, and cutting it at an angle is good. And sometimes what I'll do is I'll cut it right at the 1 ml mark, so that you know whatever your measurement is, it's minus 1 ml.
Yes.
So it's one way to do that.
Yeah.
But we're going to go by weight today. And we're going to add 0.6 ounces.
Oh, it's not actually as thick as I thought. It's
deceptive. It's opaque. Oh, there
yeah,
you go.
so I don't know if you can see that, but it literally looks like cream, like heavy cream. That's what it reminds me of. Oh.
Yep, there you go.
Yep.
0.6. Awesome.
Perfect.
Okay. I love playing cleanup because you guys clean up after me all the time. Okay, and then we're going to re-tear out the scale. And the next thing we're going to add is 0.3 ounces of the Shave 50.
Can you tell that we like this ingredient?
I know, both of these. Now, in our testing, we have made this probably 5 or 6 times, and Allison Vogt actually demonstrated using this product at the conference. And sometimes, I'll tell you, sometimes the jojoba milk stays mixed, and sometimes you'll see this. You're going to want to put on the directions to shake your bottle. Yeah. And we could have added more solubilizer, but we felt the feel of the product was better with less. So we think in the heat or the cool may have a difference on it incorporating, but we say just shake it anyway, and you'll see what we mean. Okay. And 10 mLs of the modifier.
This one?
Yep. Perfect. And we're going to mix that right in with the fragrance. Are we going to use this?
Yep. Okay.
So 2.5 mLs of white grapefruit essential oil.
Okay, I'm going to do this first. 2.5.
2.5. Right. And we're going to put it in here, and then we're going to mix the two together and let them sit a second.
Why do we have to do that?
Because the company that made the modifier for us won't completely release the ingredient list. It's mostly released on the SDS, but there's a proprietary part. So we're essentially modifying a fragrance oil. So we're making a new fragrance oil.
Yeah.
And when you make fragrance oils, you only have to list it as fragrance on the label.
Oh.
So you are currently a fragrance formulator.
I like that.
Yes.
10?
10 mLs. I wish it was different. Every time we try to come out with a new modifier, it clouds. And this one doesn't. So we're not really sure what their proprietary technology is. So right now we just play the game the way they...
Yeah.
I know. I'd like to threaten them and take it away, but I can't find anything better. So...
Well, and we want to make sure that we know that
it's safe.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And we know that a lot of you like your products clear. And it's important to have that clear product, especially for some of your products like this. Like you want to see them a little clearer.
Yep. So go ahead and mix it in. Say abracadabra, blah, 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 blah. Okay, put it in. Do you want the whisk for this, or do you like just a spatula?
Let's try the
It looks
spatula.
like it's all...
Oh, yeah.
There you go. So did you see how I'm not sure if you saw it on camera, but it started to separate out. What you don't want to do is overheat it. You just want that what do we put in here? The modifier, which I wish was poly 80, but it's not, to kind of mix in. The question I get sometimes on this formula is, why don't you have to add a preservative? Look at all the water in it. And the nice thing is the premium foamer bottle wash, which is sold at Wholesale Supplies Plus, it's a Crafter's Choice product, has the preservative already in it, so you don't need to worry about that. It almost looks like the old baby bottle, like when I used to make milk for my kids.
Like when you, yeah.
Yeah, when they were little. I miss those days. My oldest just moved to Omaha, Nebraska. I'm not going to talk about it too much because I'm going to start crying. But Natalie, I hope you're watching. These are what your bottles used to look like, but they didn't have a foamer top. And then one thing you want to do is when you use the foamer top, let's see, let me get a nice picture. You want to make sure that, this is good, the air chamber, I'm moving around, Amaris, are you able to get this? The air chamber is not all the way up. So the one thing you don't want to do with foamer bottles is fill it to the very top and then submerge the chamber. And the reason is that chamber injects air into the foamer wash, and that's what makes the foam. So, can I demo?
Yeah.
So I'm going to demo.
Oh my gosh,
Isn't that cool?
yeah.
It's all from, now I'm going to go rinse my hands off. This smells amazing. It's super soft, and you know what? It bubbles. I don't know. I'm sorry. It continues to bubble.
Yeah,
I like
that
this.
bubbles a lot.
And it doesn't feel harsh.
No, which is good. That's what you
Yeah.
want on your face. It would probably make a great like morning cleanser.
I think
Like
it
when
would.
you first wake up.
Because, you know, you're not too oily either in the morning. Sometimes you just want, oh, this smells amazing. White grapefruit essential oil. I like that. Okay, so let's label these. If you guys are just tuning in, it's Debbie May, Soaping and Slippers. Welcome to my house. I have Abby here from the marketing department, and I have the entire marketing team behind us. These labels are the labels that you can get at Wholesale Supplies Plus on the Handmade 101 tab, and they're a free download. So the label design, I think, is absolutely amazing for this foaming wash. I just think it's really cool.
And it's very classic.
And it's fresh.
It is.
Smells fresh.
Yeah.
Not the label, the bottle. So that's that one. So we've done two now. We've done the micellar water.
Done, yes.
And we've done the face wash.
Both of which are in June's Handmade magazine.
They're in June's Handmade magazine, which, if you go into your coupon vault, you should have a coupon for 75% off. There we go. Do you wash your face every night?
I do, yes. I actually use a honey and oatmeal face cleanser.
I wash mine every night that I don't fall asleep on the couch, which is sometimes, but not all the time.
I think
it's a generational thing.
Well, and I remember my mother yelling at me all the time about, like, you have to wash your face before you go to bed. So, like, even in college, like, it was just, like, ingrained in my brain.
I think it's great. I also wash my face. That's the time I put my really heavy moisturizer on.
Yeah.
Because I don't like it on in the morning under my makeup.
Yes.
It makes my makeup sticky.
And you don't want your makeup to, like, slide off your face.
Yeah, that's bad.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, we just need a recipe. I'll be right back. All right, so the last one is a true cleansing oil.
Yes.
So we talked about the micellar water, which is oil droplets suspended in the water, and it can also be a face toner. The oil picks up the dirt. You can wipe it off with a tissue or a cotton ball, or you can use it as a toner if you want after washing with maybe soap.
Yeah.
And then we've done my hands are so soft, the foamer wash with white grapefruit essential oil that feels very clean and soft and is my personal favorite. But the other one is a true oil.
Yes.
The oil cleanser. Because remember, like we talked about earlier, there's a real trend in the market for oil dissolves oil. So why are we applying soap and other things to our face? Why not just use oil to dissolve the water, to dissolve the dirt on our face and then wash it off?
Yeah.
So we wanted to give you one more because we don't really know who your customer base is. We don't really know what you like. So we're going to start with 9.3 ounces of MCT. And MCT stands for mid-chain triglyceride. It's often called coconut fractionated coconut. Coconut fractionated or fractionated coconut. Thank you.
Yeah.
And this is amazing. I like this in massage oils and other. It's one of my favorite oils on the market.
So I have to admit, the concept of an oil to wash my face is still something I just can't wrap my head around. So I was kind of happy we were making this because I need to use it now so I can actually understand why we do this.
It's funny you say that because my grandmother washes her face in mineral oil.
And that's all?
Every night. She takes her makeup off with mineral oil, doesn't wash, puts a little extra on, and goes to bed, and then she washes in the morning. And I say, Grammy, like mineral oil? And she said, come feel my face. She has at 98 years old, she has the softest skin you'd ever imagine. So I went on and did some reading because in the handmade industry, mineral oil has such a bad rap.
It's a bad rap. Yeah.
But it's a protectant, and it can help lock in good things. So there is a place for it, but it's funny because maybe it's generations, like older generations, but maybe it's making a comeback.
Yeah.
I'm going to make you take a bottle of this home
I know.
and try
I'm
it.
going to use it.
Okay.
Use it tonight.
3.2 ounces of sunflower oil.
Sunflower.
And again, these are really super easy ingredients again. I know our press and seal
These little
tabs.
sealers.
Well, the nice thing is it helps the oil not leak in transit. The bad thing is you need nails to take them off.
I'm glad I didn't cut them. 3.2?
3.2.
Oh, should probably.
I can start instead of just reading.
Oh, this is 2.
Which one is that?
Sunflower?
Perfect.
Should be another sunflower?
Yep.
Yep. Okay, perfect. I was worried I forgot one. This one has sunflower and safflower, so.
Awesome.
3.4. Yeah, 3.2.
There you go. You see, you're awesome. And then you just tear it out. The next one is 1.6 of olive oil.
And
we did safflower oil, so 1.6 of safflower oil.
Got lots of easy measurements in this.
I know.
Gosh.
It's so quiet.
I know, it's so quiet.
I know. And then 0.25 of vitamin E. And the reason why I like vitamin E in this formula is it's an antioxidant. It is not a preservative, but it'll help the oils from going rancid. But not only that, it's a nice antioxidant for your skin.
Yeah, exactly.
And then we're going to do 0.10 ounces of stone fruit natural fragrance oil. So there are, I get a lot of questions on what's a natural fragrance oil versus an essential oil? A natural fragrance oil are molecules and components from natural ingredients. And doesn't this smell good?
This smells...
Like normally you think essential oils is lavender, chamomile.
It smells, oh, I don't have
What do you
the
smell?
I smell like peaches is what I smell.
That's what I smell,
yeah.
Peaches. But I think a stone fruit is from the peach family.
Yeah, like peaches and plums. And
Yep.
Yeah.
So it is
that one a lot.
very nice. And it's nice because it's not heated. The natural fragrances don't do well in cold processed soap and some of the products that need a lot of heat because those molecules are so fragile.
Well, and so I think sometimes we get a lot of questions about fragrance in face products.
Oh, yes.
So what makes the natural fragrance oil a good fragrance for this?
Well, I like it because it's natural and you're putting something natural on your skin. It's not nearly natural, which means natural with some synthetics. It is all natural.
Yeah.
So great. That's it. Can you believe that whole recipe? We just did it, and I didn't even time it. 5 minutes, and we chatted.
Yeah, and this is a great recipe to sell.
I love how you make me pour in the green bottles, and you take the clear ones.
Well, I can see.
I'm 54. Come on. And then if you haven't, I'm going to take the scissors. I'm going to take one bottle. So if you've ever bought the pumps at Wholesale Supplies Plus, you know we have one size dip tube. And that's because we have so many different bottles. So what you do, can you get a picture of this, Amaris? You place the edge of your pump on the edge of the bottle, and you're then going to cut at an angle to that length, and now the bottle fits, the pump fits the bottle. Do you see how nice and angled that is? And the reason why it's important to angle it is because if it's straight, it can suck, it'll just suck up, you'll not get all your product out.
Yeah, exactly. You want to make sure that they can get every little last drop.
So years ago, when I used to make product for sale, I used to sit while the kids were sleeping and just cut my dip tubes.
Did you?
It was like easy nap time stuff, or at night.
It doesn't make a lot of noise.
It doesn't make a lot of noise. It's tedious. Just knocked it out. And as you know, it's been probably 20 years since I've made product. Once Wholesale Supplies Plus started to take off, we made a very determined decision to not sell finished product and compete with our customers. Mm-hmm. We kind of felt it was a little bit disingenuous. Okay, this pump is a little too long. Sorry about that, because I cannot, you guys, you know me, I can't talk and chew gum at the same time, let alone use scissors. That's that.
This looks so pretty.
Look how gorgeous that looks.
It's like really appealing. This is a really appealing product.
See, I'm going to convert you to oil in no time.
I know.
And then these are gorgeous. So these are trickier.
They are, because they're on the clear.
So we have to cut them?
No, they should.
Oh, it's just a clear paper.
It's just hard to see.
Got it. Peel me one. You know me. My vision has gotten so bad, you guys. So again, lay your bottle down, line it up in the middle, and then just press it through. Gorgeous.
Yeah.
I like the simplicity of this label. This label is designed as at the Handmade 101 tab at Wholesale. Why don't you grab me another one? We'll do one more.
These were, I actually, when I saw this product, I actually did these labels. And I did it specifically because I remember seeing a lot of this stuff in Target, actually.
Like mass media or mass market, they call it mass market.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, well, you can see the product, which is really appealing.
Because it's so clear.
Yeah.
You guys see that? And it smells amazing.
It does. It smells really good. And the nice thing about this is these labels actually have the with vitamin E and olive oil. So if someone asks, you can
You're able to, it contains that.
Yeah, exactly.
So we did micellar.
Yes.
Which is oil and water.
Yep.
We did the foaming face wash. We did an all oil wash, which I am going to take home and try tonight. Mm-hmm. All the labels are available at Wholesale Supplies Plus. Of course, all the packaging and the ingredients. You guys know that.
Yep.
What else do we want to talk about? I have two more things. Don't hang up yet because I have two things. I'm going off camera. 1 second.
Oh, right.
One is check out the new book. I just spent probably 20 minutes on the phone with someone talking about how do they label their samples and why does Lush break the law and not put ingredients on their label.
Yep.
That's in here. Lush is not breaking the law. It's called ingredients off label or it's on here. Plus, do you label samples? Don't you label samples? It's in here. This is 528 pages of questions, answers. We give you label examples for different products. Yeah. And it's a lot of it is direct from the FDA. So you don't need to worry about, like, is that her interpretation or prove it to me. not only do we give you the answer, but we give you the full regulation in the back of the book. So you can read the actual law right in the book. So check this out. It is on sale until tomorrow, end of the day tomorrow at Wholesale Supplies Plus. So check that out. The other thing is, before I just left, thank you for staying with us. On Tuesday, June 26th, we are having a 20% store-wide sale for one day. And if you guys have done this before, you know it is bananas. So if you have a lot of orders that you need to get out and you need your products before, like turned around really fast, get your order in before June 26th, the email is going out to the public. Remember to set your products in your wish list so that you can quickly go boop, 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 get them all in your cart. But at midnight at the start of June 26th will be the store-wide sale this year for Wholesale Supplies Plus. You guys heard it here first. So that's it. We both have a little wine left.
We do.
Cheers. You did great your first time.
Thank you.
You guys cheer Abby on. So that's about it. This is Debbie May from Soaping and Slippers and Wholesale Supplies Plus. I'm so glad you tuned in to watch us and be with us. If you have suggestions for future episodes, we'd love to hear them. Otherwise, we're going to sign off. Make it a great day. Bye. You did a great job.
Thank you.